Okay, we're in here in the chicken coop. Wanted to show you guys our setup in here. We do a deep bedding method in here over the winter time, where we don't clean out the coop, we just keep on adding more material. And what that does is it actually creates like its own composting system. So the poop from the chickens is high in nitrogen, and then we're adding a high carbon product. So we are going to be adding wood chips onto this.
It's pine shavings.
Yeah, pine shavings. But you can add anything else. You can add leaves, you could add shredded newspaper, straw, anything that has a high carbon content.
Any type of wood chips.
Yeah.
Be careful with certain things because chickens' respiratory systems are very susceptible to dust and chemicals and anything like that. So be careful with what you use. You don't want any treated wood.
Yeah.
Or anything like that.
And you do not want to use cedar shavings. The aromatic oils in the cedar wood actually disrupt their respiratory systems and can make them sick. But so yeah, basically the mixing between the pine shavings and their poop creates its own composting system, which as it starts breaking down, it'll actually create heat. So in the wintertime, this has its own like heating system for them. So
you do still want air circulation in your coop.
Lots of air circulation.
Our eaves are open, as you can see out here. Well, you can see the eaves are open on our chicken coop on both sides. So you want the air to move through your coop and circulate. You don't want a draft. You don't want the wind blowing through your coop. One of the other things we did up here at the top is, I don't know if you can see it's hard to see there, but there's actually a vent up at the top there. You can see the cobwebs moving around a little bit. It definitely has air circulation in here. When it gets really cold in the winter, we may actually take boards, and we've done it before, and kind of blocked off some of the eaves just so it doesn't get a whole bunch of air through here. But
anymore, our winters aren't cold enough to really warrant it. So
I have a feeling when she starts putting this down, it's going to get dusty in here. So
it is. But so we know when to add more because it starts smelling like ammonia in here. What that means is there's too much nitrogen. So we need to add more carbon, and this is carbon. The other reason, if you smell ammonia, they're getting that into their lungs and it can damage their lungs. So this is starting to smell a little bit, so we need to make sure to cover this their entire pooped area with more pine shavings. We get this stuff really cheap. It's like what? It's over 50 pounds. How much?
Oh, it's probably 80 pounds.
It's like a 50 to 80 pound bag.
Compressed. It comes from a sawmill that's cutting all pine.
We get this big bag for, I think, was it $12 a bag?
Yeah.
Which is
that's super cheap.
A lot less than the stuff you can buy at like THC.
But don't spend your hard-earned money on all kinds of fancy stuff for your coop, because there's options out there that you can use.
So yeah, we're just gonna spread this all over their poop, and then we'll show you what that looks like when we're done.
So this is what it looks like. We've pretty much covered all of the poo. If you're just new to chickens or have never had them before, one of the things you might notice is that the chickens poo a lot more at night than they do during the day. So you will get large quantities of poo in your chicken coop. Whenever we spread like this, we like to bring the bale up, be ready to spread, and one of us is spreading this in the coop while the other person goes down and actually feeds the chickens. And the reason we feed the chickens at the same time that we are spreading our covering down here, it doesn't matter what it is, this will create dust, and chickens' respiratory systems are very sensitive, and so we want the dust to settle as much as possible. Leanne threw a bunch of seed out, and most of these chickens are going to be down there picking at that seed for the next half hour, 45 minutes or more, and it should give the Should give the stuff a little bit of time to settle in here. There may be a few chickens mauling around up here, but in general, it's gonna settle out real well before most of the hens go in there for the night.